Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you how I do my everyday makeup, so let's get right into it. So I always start with moisturizer because it just gives me a good base. CeraVe, just daily moisturizing lotion. I don't know how you say their name, but you get it. So I just take that and I apply my moisturizer. I'm sure like some skincare junkies gonna be like, you're applying your moisturizer wrong or something like that, and I just like, I don't even know at this point. I just need to get it on. After I put on my moisturizer, I go in with this mattifying primer by Savvy Minerals, which is the makeup line for Young Living. I just put some of that on a beauty blender, like a fair amount, it's generous, and then just pat that all over my face. After I finish with my primer, I go in with my brow pencil by e.l.f. I got it from my grandmother. I didn't get it myself, but I love it. It works really well in my opinion. It's just a brow crayon, but it's not a super like hard one. Because if they're hard, they're really abrasive on your brows and it's just not good for them. So I brush my brows up. That way I can get a decent, not shape so much, just as filling them in properly. So I just lightly fill them in, because once I get that color in, I can just go and use the spoolie that's attached to the pencil and blend it in real nicely. Get that color in, I just go with the brush and I blend it all in. That way the color isn't super patchy or splotchy, and it just darkens and fills in my brows. Alright. I really like doing this like as my backup look, because whenever something goes like really wrong, like in my video, you can go check that out right there if you want to. I did not like how it turned out. I had to go somewhere immediately after, so I just like with a bunch of just like coconut oil. I don't like using coconut oil, but it's what I have, so I just wiped all of it off and just went in like this in like 7 minutes. So for me it's a quick makeup look because I know what I'm doing with it. I do it a lot, so I know what to expect. Now I go in with a Sephora concealer. I just swipe this under my eyes, and then I go in and blend it in with a beauty blender that I have right here. Grab my mirror again so I can see what I'm doing and not completely block off the camera. I also apply it along the bridge of my nose, along my forehead, just like that, and then along my chin. That's just to like highlight the areas I need to. And then if there's any problem areas, like I have a little pimple right here, I'll just cover that up. It's not the best for blemishes, but if you just want to cover it up, it works. Now I just go in and blend that out. Just kind of go in and pat it. I'll usually go around my eyelid whenever I'm blending in concealer for my under circles or dark circles, because then I have a primed base to go in with an eyeshadow. And then for blemishes like this, I just kind of like go in and press it, and then I try and press it in the same spot. That way I don't lose a bunch of the concealer, because usually whenever you're like all over the place, it just kind of gets all over the place, and then you don't get any concealer in the spot you wanted it. Once I have my concealer on, I go in with the Savvy Minerals foundation. It came out recently. I really like it. I really like how it goes on. It actually looks like skin, which is nice, and it isn't super drying. It's actually, to me, it's really hydrating, but like so much so I have to go in with their foundation powder afterwards. You can use a translucent powder if you want to. It has the same effect. It's just this one has a similar color to the foundation I use, so I might as well just go ahead and pack that on. But it doesn't dry out my face, which is nice. I just take about 1 pump of this, like a generous pump. Actually, no, 2 pumps, there we go. That's about how much I get on my beauty blender. That's usually enough to cover what I need to. Sometimes I'll have to go in and add a little extra so I can blend it into my neck. Back to my mirror, my little compact, and I just kind of get patches of it over my face. That way I have places to blend from. And if there's any concentrated places like this, I'll just kind of slowly blend it out. That way I can make sure I get that coverage nice and even. And then once I kind of have like that really splotchy like that going on, then I go in and blend everything. I'm just looking at a mirror where I can see my face larger so that I just make sure that everything is blended in and there's no splotchy areas. I'm just going to take a little extra and then blend it into my neck. Now I go in with the powdered foundation, also by Savvy Minerals. I just get some of this and then put it into the lid. I just pat that in because I want to make sure it really gets in there, because this is a very light concealer, not so much so coverage wise, but if you like touch it or anything like that and you don't set it, it's going to come up onto your fingers very easily. Like this foundation, it really does give me like a nice glow, which I love, because my like cheeks are they get really dull because I have combination skin, which means that this area gets pretty oily, so it's usually pretty shiny, and then this part is usually really dry and dull, and it doesn't look good. Once I have my foundation set and everything's just kind of in place, I go in with this blush by Tarte. It is in the shade Feisty. I've had it for a while, but it's a shade I really like, and I still like I barely hit the pan or like hit the bottom of it. So I mean, it's been lasting me a pretty long time. Back to my mirror. I'm just gonna kind of like brush that along the sides because I like elongating my cheekbones. I'm going and do that on the other side. Once I have that blush laid down, I just kind of go on the apples of my cheeks. That way that part's still pink and it's not just a line of pink. Just blend that in a bit so it's not so harsh. Then I go in with my bronzer, also by Tarte. Sometimes I'll go in with another bronzer I have by MAC, but it just depends on the day. So I just apply that under my cheekbones, just right there. I just kind of put it along my temples, and then a little on my jaw, and then outline my forehead just a little bit to give it color. Now I go and blend it out. For my eyeshadow, I go in with this palette by Morphe. It is the 350M palette. It's just a bunch of natural shades, earthy tones, reds, that sort of thing. This is one of my favorite palettes. I really like it. The color payoff is pretty good, but it doesn't always stick the best to the eye. First, I go in with this shade right here. I apply that towards my outer corner, and I just pat that out there. Go into my crease. And this is one of the few looks I don't use washi tape for because I don't like it looking super sharp or super glamorous. Just kind of there for some color. Then I go and do my other eye, same shade. Now I go in with this lighter pink shade. It's less red than the other one I used, and I just apply that towards the inner corner of my eye. To wrap up the eye look, I go in with this white right here, and I just apply that towards the very inner corner of my eye, just to give the look more depth. Just pat that in there. And then to wrap up the look, I go in with this mascara by CoverGirl. It is the Clump Crusher and is apparently aqua resistant, which I didn't know. I didn't know it was waterproof. You learn something new every day, I guess. And I just go in and apply that. I also do my bottom lashes. I know some people don't like doing their bottom lashes because they don't like how it looks. I like how it looks, so I do it. Alrighty, once I have that mascara applied, I'll usually just go in with some lip balm. I don't have that at my desk right now, so we'll just do that later. But I hope you enjoyed the video, found it useful, entertaining, all of the above, who knows. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Hit the bell if you want to see the rest of my videos and get notified, because YouTube will not do that for you most of the time. Crazy, I know. Also be sure to leave a comment if you have anything you'd like to see, anything you liked, or anything you would change. Alright, have a good day or night or whenever you're watching this. Bye-bye!